Back again with another YouTube video. It's your boy Uriah G. Today we're gonna react to 10 best WWE matches of 2002. Let's get right into the video. If I can press it. Alright, we got an advertisement. Why every video gotta have an ad? Like, and this is unskippable.
In terms of transitional years in WWE, you could say that 2002 is the biggest and most important they've ever.
Alright, I don't know if y'all can hear me, but we're about to react to 10 best WWE matches of 2002.
The Attitude Era was over, the company only had one world champion until it didn't. Raw and SmackDown got their own separate rosters, a whole bunch of young talent debuted, Hulk Hogan returned, and the company changed its name too. Did I miss anything? Probably. It was that kind of year.
Wait, 2002 was the year? Okay. That they changed the company name? I should have known that. Like, off the top.
Oh wait, I did miss something. All the incredible matches that happened. Silly me. I'm Adam Pacitti from Cultaholic Wrestling, and these are the 10 best WWE matches of 2002. Join us. Number 10, Eddie Guerrero versus Rob Van Dam on Raw. There were a fair few ladder matches on Raw in 2002, with The Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy and TLC 4 standing out as exceptional, but this Intercontinental title bout between Latino Heat and the whole flippin' show just about edged them. Eddie had returned to WWE with a fire lit under him and quickly targeted the man who shared his finishing move, beating him for the IC strap at Backlash. This ladder match felt like last chance saloon for RVD, and he threw everything he had at a very game Guerrero in this
That sounds like a really good match though. Eddie Guerrero versus Rob Van Dam.
totally thrilling TV main events. Both men took some hellacious bumps both onto and off the ladders, throwing caution to the wind in their efforts to prove themselves worthy of the headline spots. At one point, a fan ran in and tried to shove Eddie off as he climbed the rungs, this unscripted moment only adding to the sense of drama and...
Wow. Eddie Guerrero beat him up for that? I'm literally watching Backlashes right now, but I don't even know if I came across this yet.
Danger was certainly present at the finish, which had to be improvised after a ladder buckled under Van Dam's 5-star attempt. But hey, they got there. A lot worse for wear and no doubt feeling a sense of pride, but they got there. Number 9, Edge versus Kurt Angle at Judgment Day. In 2002, it became apparent that Kurt Angle's hair was losing the battle against his own forehead. WWE could have just let the Olympian quietly go bald, but after realizing there was money to be made, they set up this hair versus hair match with Edge instead. At Judgment Day, the former members of Team ECK had their second pay-per-view match of the year. This was the rivalry that birthed the legendary "You Suck" chant, by the way, and whilst their showing at Backlash had been pretty damn decent, this was on a whole nother level. These guys
Kurt Angle versus Edge sounds like another good match too.
Had incredible chemistry and were natural foils for each other. Edge was the showing sports entertainer, while Angle was the pure wrestler, and both had a streak of mischief about them that meant you never knew what was coming next. After 15 minutes of glorious action, Edge countered an ankle lock and rolled up the gold medalist to score the 3. This sparked a great night-long story of Angle trying to escape his punishment, only for Edge to finally catch him, strap him to a bar
Hair versus hair match.
chair and banishes Barnett once and for all. Number 8, Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle at Unforgiven. Before they became unlikely partners, more on that later, Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle renewed their singles rivalry from the year before, which basically boiled down to them going, "I'm the best wrestler. No, I'm the best wrestler."
Oh, kind of like how Team Hell No with Daniel Bryan and Kane when they were like, "No, I'm the best. No, I'm the best.
These two insanely talented
No, I'm the world tag team champion."
grapplers went toe-to-toe at Unforgiven, which was a stacked old show featuring the first ever World Heavyweight Championship match on pay-per-view and a blockbuster main event of undisputed champion Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. Did these two take this as an opportunity to have a night off? Well, what do you think? Angle and Benoit played a blinder, wasting no time in getting right to the heart of the matter, which is good because they only had 14 minutes to play with. Grapples were chained into more grapples, suplexes were countered with more suplexes, submissions were turned into different, equally as painful submissions. This was an absolute masterclass in how to present professional wrestling as a legitimate sporting contest. Benoit was able to use the ropes to pin his opponent and win the match, leaving the door open for future encounters. Oh, I guess we'll just have to sit through more great wrestling then, eh? What a shame. Number 7, Edge versus Eddie Guerrero on SmackDown. After switching from Raw to SmackDown, Eddie Guerrero
I don't know if I'm familiar with any of these matches, but we'll see.
went after one of the Blue brand's hottest young prospects. This feud yielded decent matches at SummerSlam and Unforgiven, but as enjoyable as they were, there was always the sense that the two men were capable of that much more. Blowing off their feud in a no disqualification match on the September 26, 2002 episode of SmackDown, Edge and Eddie showed exactly what they were capable of, and then some. It was already shaping up to be a hell of a wrestling match when the ladder got brought out, the ref got bumped, and all hell broke loose.
The referee got hit with a ladder.
From there, it was each man trying to outdo the other with a series of big moves and 6 spots, the biggest and sickest of which may have been Guerrero's picture-perfect sunset flip powerbomb from the top of a ladder. There were 5 or 6 moments where it felt like the match could end, but the chaos only stopped when Edge hit a massive execution from way up there. Despite portraying the vicious villain, Eddie received a well-earned standing ovation for his performance after the fact. Number 6, The Undertaker versus The Rock versus Kurt Angle at
Triple threat match. Undertaker, Rock, Kurt Angle.
Vengeance. The 3 pay-per-view world title matches immediately following WrestleMania 18 were perhaps a tad disappointing. Mercifully, Vengeance, the 4th post-Mania supercard, put on a main event for the ages. The Undertaker was defending his WWE title against 2 very different opponents, The Rock
Did The Rock win this match? I think he did. Let's see.
and Kurt Angle. This made for quite the styles clash between Taker's brawling, Angle's technicality, and Rocky's theatrics. From the moment the bell rang, this trio of legends hit
Who knows? I think Undertaker retained. We better see though.
the gas and never let up. Bodies were just flying all over the place as all 3 participants did their best to get the upper hand. The best sequence was when everybody used their Move Thief power-up to steal each other's finishes. Rock nailed Taker with a chokeslam, Angle used the rock bottom on Dwayne, and then Mean Mark drilled Kurt
Oh wow, they all used each other's finishers in this match.
with his own signature slam. It would be The Rock's own move that won in the match, as he pinned Angle with a rock bottom to become a record 7-time WWE champion. That might not seem like that much
So I was right on the first attempt.
these days, but remember, Super Cena was still a long way off. Number 5, Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker at No Mercy. 2002 saw the debut of 4 men who would go on to define WWE in one way or another: John Cena, Randy Orton, Batista, and Brock Lesnar. Whilst those first
If you think about it, this really was a time of wrestling, because you know, those 4 wrestlers are all big stars. They all make contributions to the company and made it what it is today. So it's like,
first 3 names took a little while to make it to the top, the 4th wasted no time in making his presence felt. Following his rapid ascent to the WWE Championship, Lesnar's first feud was with The Undertaker. They had 2 pay
despite him, we're not. I don't even know if that's what. Yeah, is that even how you say it? Despite. I mean, if that's the way you're supposed to use the term, but we're not going to talk about Brock. But he's still a wrestler in the WWE that was, because he's not part of the company now due to some stuff that happened with him. But when he was in the company, he did a lot for it back in the day, and in this generation in a sense, because he had won a lot of titles, and he birthed a new era of wrestling back in the early 2000s too. So
review meetings at O2, the second being here at No Mercy. Oh, and there's just one little detail I forgot to mention. It was inside Hell in a Cell. That's so fun to do, you should try it. In one of the bloodiest cell matches ever, the future Streak Breaker and the Streak Breakee left nothing in the tank, going all out in a battle that made use of every single inch of available real estate. Lesnar was bleeding, Taker was bleeding, hell, even Paul Heyman was bleeding, and he wasn't even inside the cage. This beautifully violent display was brought to an end when the champion reversed a tombstone attempt into an F5 before scaling the cell to celebrate with the championship, looking like an even scarier King Kong as he did so. Number 4.
So he got 2 wins over Undertaker, unless he got more, who knows.
The Elimination Chamber at Survivor Series. Eric Bischoff had his second ever idea in 2002 when he came up with a brand new match type, part Hell in a Cell, part Royal Rumble, part War Games. Behold the Royal War in a Cell! Wait, that's not right. This was the Elimination Chamber, and it would make its debut at Survivor Series with world champion Triple H defending against...
Alright guys, this is where stuff starts getting good, because I know this match. I've seen this, I think, plenty of times. Yeah, I've seen this on I had the Elimination Chamber DVD. It's like it had a bunch of different Elimination Chambers all in one set, all in one DVD. It's like a 3-disc set.
Booker T, Kane, Rob Van Dam, Chris Jericho, and Shawn Michaels. From the early going, the match proved how dangerous it could be when an errant frog splash from RVD accidentally crushed Triple H's throat. Cue the game soldiering through the rest of the match in a move so heroic it's amazing it didn't turn him babyface. Near death of a future executive to one side, the rest of the match was incredible. The 6 guinea pigs made great use of their environment, combining their usual movesets with the chamber to create awesome new visuals, and the audience got to go home happy when HBK pinned Trips to win the match and leave with the big gold belts. A hell of a debut for a gimmick match that is still around and thriving over 2 decades later.
The Elimination Chamber, it's a good pay-per-view overall. It's one of my favorites. Probably like my top 5, top 10. But Elimination Chamber, usually like the ending or like this year's Elimination Chamber was actually good. But Elimination Chambers, like from years back and stuff, they weren't all that. Now, Elimination Chambers, they used to be amazing, like really amazing back then. You just saw a lot of different things. You saw Edge come in there and, you know, freaking Edge, what's the name? Took Kofi Kingston's spot and won the world champion, put himself injured himself in the match. Then we had Bray Wyatt a couple years ago, rest in peace. He won the world championship. They pushed him. He won the Elimination Chamber. He did the Sister Abigail to AJ Styles. Let's get to this video.
Number 3, Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit versus Edge and Rey Mysterio at No Mercy. In a year of outstanding singles matches, the readers of the Wrestling Observer newsletter decided that the best bout of the entire year was a tag team affair. This was the final of a tournament to crown the first ever WWE Tag Team Champions, which would be exclusive to SmackDown. The finalists comprised 2/3 of the iconic SmackDown 6, Edge and Rey Mysterio on one side, Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit on the other. The other members of the 6 were Eddie and Chavo, just in case you'd forgotten. These 4 era-defining athletes proved to everyone why SmackDown was considered the wrestling show at the time. The athleticism on display here is enough to make a yoga teacher weep with envy as Rey and Edge flew around the ring like human darts, only to be brought crashing back down to earth by their more grounded foes. Angle and Benoit fought through their differences to score the historic win, becoming SmackDown's inaugural tag champs in what some people still refer to as the greatest tag team match in WWE history. I don't know about that personally, it's no Golden Truth versus the Shining Stars from Raw in 2016, but it is good enough, I guess. Number 2, Shawn Michaels versus Triple H at SummerSlam. When Shawn
I think I remember this. This is 2002, because, you know, the Triple H heel turn and whatever. Yeah, I think I played this match on WWE 2K25. I haven't even played that game yet. I played WWE 2K24. But besides that, the showcase mode, Better Friends, Better Enemies, I think that's what it's called. It's on the WWE 2K15 showcase mode, and I think they had this match, the SummerSlam match.
Michaels clipped his back on a coffin during his match with The Undertaker at the 1998 Royal Rumble. It prematurely ended one of the greatest pro wrestling careers ever. For about 4 years. HBK made his unlikely return.
But that's crazy though. This was only 4 years later.
To the squared circle at SummerSlam to battle his real-life best bud / kayfabe worst enemy, Triple H. It was an unsanctioned fight, which meant that there were no rules except maybe wear jeans, and it turns out this was exactly the right way to wean Shawn back into a life between the ropes. Despite having spent almost half a decade away and filling his body with more illegal substances than a 19-year-old at a rave, Michaels hadn't lost a step. He chucked himself about everywhere, into the ropes, through tables, and even off a goddamn ladder like it was
I might have to revisit this match or like watch this.
nothing at all. The game proved to be
I played like the match on 2K, but I don't know if I like sat down and watched this full match.
Perfect dance partner, working over Shawn's injured back before getting rolled up by the showstopper for the feel-good victory. If this match went poorly, then there is every chance Michaels might have never had his second WWE run. Luckily for us though, his future tag team partner God was smiling down on him on this day. Number 1, The Rock versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania.
I can see why they put this at number 1, because that match, you know, it turned one a face and one heel, and it was just a match for the people to see. Like the fans were just so excited and hype. The stare down between them two, and just
Mania 18. At the end of the day, wrestling is a form of theatre, and sometimes the best theatre happens when you put two magnetic performers on stage together and let them loose. This is exactly what happened when The Rock met Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18, the Hulkster's first Mania appearance in almost a decade. The story of this match is woven into wrestling legend. Hogan was the heel, but the Toronto fans treated him like the second coming. Everything he did was met with resounding cheers at the expense of Rocky, who was booed despite being one of the most popular men in the world at the time. Just watching these two icons of their respective eras stand opposite from each other is enough to send shivers down the spine, but it helps that the match itself was really well plotted too.
shoot, we could have got Stone Cold versus The Rock too, but that was 10 best WWE matches of 2002. You guys tell me what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. I got more videos coming. Stay tuned, and yeah, Uriah out. I mean, it's only like 20 more seconds of the video, but it's fine. Like, we know that Rock won. It was a really good, amazing match. The standing ovation with them, the crowd. But yeah, that was 10 best WWE matches of 2002. Subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. And yeah, enough talking. Uriah out.